Hi, welcome to our video which we have entitled Participation in Life is Not Optional. The purpose of the video is to illustrate the power in living the idea behind the famous quotation, "Don't let your incompetency deter you from action." This saying can be applied to many of the situations we encounter in life and work. Our video will illustrate two of those applications.
Our first skit illustrates the reality that if you don't try to do things that you currently may not be fully qualified for, you will never get a chance to develop those areas. You will miss out on possibilities for yourself. The skit is composed of two parts. The first part shows our hero being deterred from action. The second part shows how not to be deterred from action by seeing the possibility.
Hey Jerry, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, did you see what George is wearing today? His pants look like pajamas.
Yeah, I did. Did you know he often walks around the office in his socks?
He certainly is comfortable with himself. Hey, by the way, I heard they're interviewing candidates for the Sparkleheimer project. It's too bad you don't have experience with galactic defibrillators. If you did, you could probably lead that.
Yeah, you're right. I never seem to have just what they're looking for.
Hey Jerry, fancy meeting you here again.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, were you at that meeting the other day when Bob went beet red during his presentation on his theory of how peanut shells could be used for heat shields on the next generation of green spacecraft?
Yeah, I was. Sue should have really tried harder not to laugh.
Yeah. By the way, I heard they're interviewing candidates to lead the Sparkleheimer project. It's too bad you don't have experience with galactic defibrillators.
That's true, I don't. But, you know, I never had any experience with cosmic torque wrenches either, and although I wasn't leading that project, I did end up as the expert on the technology by the end of the project. I also filled in for the project leader on that when he took 3 weeks off for cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
My point is, I could lead that project as well as anyone else. Anybody who leads that project is going to have to learn a lot just by doing. It might as well be me. I'm going to apply for that position.
You go, boy.
Our second skit illustrates the idea that if you let your incompetency deter you from action, then those you work with will not get the benefit of what you have to offer, your valuable input, and you will miss out on experiencing the satisfaction of making a contribution. But enough of the theory, let's allow the skit to bring the point home. Again, the first part of our skit will present the wrong way, and the second part will show the right way.
Well, first off, I want to congratulate Jerry for getting the project management position. Congratulations! Well, folks, as I mentioned in our last meeting, we still need to come up with a better material to be used for heat shields on the next generation of green spacecraft. Our current plan to use palladium is no longer viable. The price of palladium has skyrocketed, putting our project way over budget. Bob's idea of using peanut shells was interesting, but unfortunately it didn't pass the flame test, so unless we can come up with a better idea, I'm sorry to say our project will have to be rendered useless.
But we have worked so hard for us simply scrap the project now.
I know, Tom, but if we can't find any suitable material to use for the heat shields, it renders the rest of our project useless.
Gosh darn it, I was really hoping peanut shells would be the solution we need.
Yes, thanks again for your idea, Bob. It was very interesting. Now, does anybody else have any other ideas that we can explore?
Gee, I think I might have a solution, but it probably won't work. I don't think it even worth mentioning.
Okay, team, I just called this emergency meeting because I just got off the phone with the VP, and she's very disappointed that we couldn't come up with a solution to avoid going over budget.
Are you sure we can't use the peanut shells?
Yes, Bob, I appreciate your tenacity, but it's starting to drive me nuts. No pun intended.
I'm sure we can come up with a clever solution if we just had more time.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time fast. The VP just told me that she's pulling the plug on this project if we can't find a solution by this Friday. We're getting desperate for ideas here, folks.
Well, I've been trying to find a unique solution, and I think I might found one. Why don't we just use the food trays?
You mean like the food tray they use in the cafeteria?
Yes. If we coat them with the flame retardant coating, then we can use it as heat shields.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like this idea.
Oh, great idea.
Why, that's a marvelous idea. I bet we could save a lot of money that way.
Yes, according to my initial calculation, I will put our project $8 million on the budget.
Wow, what would we do without you?
All systems in good shape.